Would like to request both teams to please proceed to their respective benches for the call-outs of the official lineups. Good afternoon, basketball fans. We're still here inside the St. Placid Sports Center here in San Beda University for the National Student Athletes Championship 2026 College Basketball Campus Tour. It's our final game for this Saturday quadruple header featuring the De La Salle University Green Archers going up against the San Beda University Red Lions. Let us now meet the players first for the DLSU Green Archers. Number 0, Gillian Quines. Number 1, JC Macalalag. Number 6, Rael Melencio. Number 7, Earl Abadam. Number 8, Ram Sharma. Number 31, Luis Pablo. Number 11, Jacob Cortez. Number 17, Dominic Sarmiento. Number 18, number 19, Andre Dungo. Number 23, John T. Miller. Number 24, Mason Amos. Number 32, E.J. Goliena. Number 77, Seven Gagate. Number 12, Irish Kokia. And number 18, Marco Mayuga. And now, the official lineup for the San Beda Red Lions. Number 0, Penny Estacio. Number 2, Miles Coldora. Number 7, Bismarck Lina. Number 9, Dale Medroso. Number 10, Zane Halbuena. Number 11, MJ Valoses. Number 12, Nigel Gonzalez. Number 13, Arce Kalimag. Number 15, Zedit Tuelye. Number 16, Daniel Marcelo. Number 18, June De La Rama. Number 22, John Albert Lopez. Number 24, Aldous Torculas. Number 33, Lawrence Batungbakal. And number 36, Lawrence Hawkins. Both teams please meet at center court for the traditional handshake of sportsmanship. Would also like to request both teams to please converge at your basket's free throw line for the traditional photo op or the official photo op.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and that holds true with our teams here today. We've got the much-awaited clash here in the RC Gym in the San Beda University as the current UAAP champions, the De La Salle Green Archers, go head-to-head with the current NCAA champions, the San Beda University Red Lions. Again, this is our final game of this Sunday special here in San Beda. Now, my name is Joshua D, and we are glad to have you with us, whether you're watching us on the Pilipinas Live app or on the Asiabasket YouTube page, or wherever you are catching the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. Now, this is where the best of college basketball will go head-to-head. But before we dive into the action, let's first take a look at our tournament format for us to get a better sense of how things are going to go in this tournament. Now, we have 16 teams divided into 4 groups, with each group playing a single round robin to determine who will make it out of the quarterfinals. For our game, we will shift our attention to Group D, as both champs are in the powerhouse group alongside Mapua and Adamson. So we are going to be in for some interesting games from this group. You know, both champions and both strong teams from the NCAA and the UAAP, Adamson and Mapua. So Group D will definitely be a group to look out for, but don't sleep on the rest of the games. Earlier, we saw some bangers from NU, San Sebastian, even Arellano and St. Clair and the like. So we have a lot of games where the best of college basketball will be going head to head. And again, this is just the opening weekend of this campus tour. And so far, this is our first look at the DLSU Green Archers. They're fielding a 24-man roster with 13 holdovers from that season 88 championship squad. While we will be looking out for the debut of Janty Miller for the green and white, as well as Jacob Cortez, Boris Marasigan, JC Macalalag, and the rest of the Green Archers that we need to look out for. Again, Jacob Cortez and Janty Miller making their return here in the Lions Den in the RC gym, both former Red Lions. But now let's take a look at the current Red Lions, a 27-man roster with only 12 carryovers from their season 101 championship team. Now they are notably without their graduates Yuken Andrada and Brian Sohonia. So for now, the question will be who will step up in the scoring department for the Red Lions. You know, they are led by one of the best point guards in the NCAA, Nigel Gonzalez. And similarly, in their last game, they won against Mapua with Dan Marcelo leading all scorers with 11 points alongside their captain Bizlina with 9. But do look out for Dom Sarigumba and Aldous Torcula. Aldous, of course, a very familiar name, especially for Coach Yuri Escueta, transferring from the UP Fighting Maroons. So this will be his first time in a while to be able to face one of the better teams in the UAAP. Now we take a look at our starting five for DLSU. We've got Cortez, Janty Miller, Gagate, Abadam, and Mason Amos. So more of a smaller lineup featuring the two King Lions coming together in this team. Of course, for the defending champs of the UAAP. Now for the San Beda side of things, we've got Nigel Gonzalez, Kalumag, Bizlina, Aldous Torculas, and Mdule. More of the same of what we saw from Coach Yuken and from Coach Yuri Escueta in their last game against Mapua. This is his go-to lineup, more or less. Now, just a bit of a break before we begin our game. But just to have a little history for you guys watching at home, these two teams have met 2 times already in this preseason. The first game against one another was in Batangas, where DLSU took that win. And in their next preseason matchup against each other in Zamboanga, it was San Beda who took the win. So this is going to be a preseason grudge match here in San Beda University in the NSAC. We are glad to have you with us. This preseason tournament is a big chance for a lot of these guys, whether they are going to be lined up or not, for them to get a lot of familiarity with each other. Whether it's playing with one another or playing with the high caliber competition here in the NSAC. As Gonzalez will start us off. Gonzalez versus Cortez. Watch out for that matchup. A matchup between two of the best guards. Catule kicks it to the corner. Kalimag buries a jumper. It's a quick 2 points. Jacob Cortez answers back. And just as expected, the action is going to be back and forth in this game. Gonzalez, they choose a recycle. Torculas back to Kalimag for three. Back-to-back baskets for RC Kalimag. We asked the question earlier, who is going to step up in terms of scoring? And RC Kalimag has come to play in their home court. Here's Cortez as chance of defense echo. Amos for three. Specialty of the house, no good, but Abadam is there. Earl Abadam getting his first points of this game. Notably absent here today for DLSU is going to be Boris Maresigan. I was told that he is nursing a slight sprain, so he will be out for a couple of weeks. But regardless, this is still a very formidable DLSU squad. Here comes Abadam. Finds Gagate. Gagate stretches. That's no good. And here comes RC. Beda looking for some more options. Kalimag. That was a heat check there. Torculas will be called for that foul. It's pushing on the rebounds. We have yet to see Janty Miller get a touch on that basketball, but expect that to change very, very soon. The high-scoring guard, one of the main proprietors for that NCAA Season 100 championship. As Gagate gets it to Miller. They get it back to Cortez. They swing. Amos, open triple. That's off. Cortez is there. Cortez and one. Jacob Cortez. Welcome back home, Cool Cub. Take a look one more time. Jacob Cortez not giving up on the play, using his smarts and feeling at home here in San Beda as he gets the end one. Jacob Cortez definitely wanting to lead this team a bit more than he did last season. Mike Phillips, their captain, did graduate, so they are looking at a leadership void coming into season 89 of the UAAP. There's Kalimag. Back to Gonzalez. Gonzalez uses the pick from Lina. Back to RC. Fade away, Jay. That looked good, just a bit short. They get the O board. Kalimag recycle. No good. Here come the Green Archers. Miller stops, pops, and scores. Janty Miller, welcome to the green and white as he makes his first points in the NSAC for DLSU. Here's Gonzalez, a nice pick and roll. They kick it to the corner for three. And that's another triple for San Beda. There is a reason why they are the #1 three-point shooting team in the NCAA. They're #1 in three-point percentage and #1 in perimeter points. But Jacob Cortez wanting to put on a show. He already has a majority of the points here for DLSU, and they're currently up by 4, 12-8, with about 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. They kick it back out. Torculas. Aldo's mid-range jumper. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. And DLSU with a chance to extend this lead even further. They swing it back to Jacob. Amos looking for some friends here. Abadam. 9 seconds remain. That will be a foul on Nigel Gonzalez. Ball will stay with DLSU. So we take a look. Janty Miller stops, pops, feeling right at home for Janty. And on the other end, a three-pointer for San Beda. Zed Etule, and answered right back by the Cool Cub, Jacob Cortez. When you need an answer, you call Cortez as Miller misses a three-pointer. They swing it. Abadam will try a triple. Still no go, and they'll push the pace. Here's Torculas, 3-on-2 fast break. And Aldous Torculas will score. The action is back and forth. No one is backing down. And what more do you expect from these two champions? Cortez, a quick three-pointer. That's good. Jacob Cortez, you better call somebody. He's feeling it right now. Majority of the points for DLSU. Estacio back to Kalimag. Kalimag stops, guarded by Miller. And RC Kalimag fighting away. Gagate on the leak out, just couldn't handle it. Ball will go to San Beda. Now we're seeing some substitutions. Dan Marcelo, the leading scorer for San Beda in their last game against Mapua, has checked in, as well as Hawkins, Lawrence Hawkins. Estacio, a former Green Archer himself. They get it to Torculas in the post against Miller. Torculas is denied. Torculas, another chance, will score. That will be a foul. That's going to be on Aldous Torculas, and we're going to start to see the substitutions here. A platoon sub, we are seeing Doy Dungo, JC Makalalag, Rael Melencio, Luis Pablo, and Irish Kokia. Now, Irish Kokia, number 12 on your screens. One of the people who are definitely going to be acquainted with the DLSU audiences very, very soon. A star guard out of BC in Canada. Here's Irish. Spins, fades. No good just yet. And San Beda will push that pass just a bit too strong. The ball will go back to the white and green side of things. Irish Kokia was a member of the University of New Orleans in the NCAA Division II. But today he is up against the NCAA champs of the Philippines. As Dungo will get the ball. 8 seconds remain on their shot clock. They get it to Pablo inside. Pablo against Hawkins. Pablo spins, no good. That is a great defensive stop by the home team. Etule, he stops. De La Rama. Etule with a beautiful spin move. It's just a bit short, and the LSU will bring things the other way. Makalalag pushes off back to Kokia. They lob it up. That almost went in. The LSU will hold on to a 1-point lead. Here's Penny Estacio. They swing it. Marcelo, mid-range. Estacio fires a three. Pablo is there for that board. Luis Pablo will bring this one down. Now Pablo spinning. Just loses possession, and here come the Red Lions. Marcelo back to Estacio. Kicks it out to the corner for three. That's short. As Dungo steps back for a three of his own. Oh, that won't go. You have got to love the atmosphere here in the home court of the San Beda Lions. That is a packed RC gym here on this beautiful Sunday. As Dan Marcelo will get the basket. And there will be a foul on Melencio on that push. So that will count, and San Beda will now control that lead. So take a look one more time. Dan Marcelo, one of the people to look out for in this San Beda squad in the upcoming NCAA season. He's a guard that knows how to put the ball in the hoop. Swing, here's Marcelo, guarded by Kokia. The double comes. 8 seconds remain on the shot clock. Marcelo drives. Marcelo kicks it. Ooh, and that will be a foul on Doy Dungo. And Doy bit on the fake there. And the crowd here in the RC gym is loving it for their home team. They want to defend home court as we take a look. A nice fake there. Doy Dugo showing no love for the home team. Now Lawrence Hawkins will go to the line for 2 free throws. Another new recruit here for San Beda. Right now, San Beda is fielding a 27-man roster with only 12 holdovers from season 101. So that's 15 new players for Coach Yuri Escueta to try out and shuffle to see who will make his final roster. Here's Irish. A bit of a miscommunication there between him and Melencio, and that will be a turnover. Earlier, I got to speak with assistant coach Gian Nazario of DLSU, and he told me this is what these types of games are here for. They're meant for you to build chemistry with your team and get used to playing against the best of the best. That is definitely true against the best of the NCAA, as Hawkins will be fouled by Dungo. On that high leaping attempt by Hawkins. You know he was thinking of throwing that one down. Chose a bit of finesse, and he will get 2 free throws. Let's take a look one more time. That will be a foul. And the Green Archers definitely not happy with that, as Hawkins will miss the first. Hawkins makes the second, makes this a 3-point lead, 18-15 for San Beda. As we approach 2 minutes to go. Oh, Irish drops Marcelo. You know, Irish wants to make an impact in this game. Dungo. 6 seconds remain. Dungo fires a triple. That's short. A bit of a scramble, but Marcelo has it. Dan Marcelo up, will be fouled. That will be on Irish Kokina. And you can hear the crowd respond with every single point. Take a look at that one. That is a foul. Officials sorting things out. Coach Tupex Robinson not happy with that call. Trying to get an explanation from our crew chief here. But it appears that the call will stand. The LSU calling their guys over there for that first free throw. Just wanting to talk things over. Again, this is what these summer league games are for. It's for you to get your bearings, to build some chemistry. Marcelo makes it a 4-point lead. 19-15 is your score. That is 2 out of 2. That will send us to our first time out for Coach Tupex Robinson and DLSU. Okay. we've got Mr. Jerry Santos, Mr. Freeze on your screens. A happy birthday from your NSAC family. Mr. Jerry Santos, napakainit po dito sa RC Gym. But mas lumalamig dahil po kay Sir Jerry Santos. Happy birthday once again from your NSAC family. Again, we are here in the packed San Beda University RC Gym. No love lost between these two former teammates. We've got Irish Kokia and Dan Marcelo going head-to-head. Teammates, of course, in Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. Melencio spins a bevy of beautiful moves here. Ryle Melencio trying to make up for a couple of things. Marcelo spots up for three. Buries a three-pointer. And Dan Marcelo shaking his head, saying, "Don't leave me open." Pablo kicks it off. And that's back-to-back baskets for Melencio. Both of these teams are not going to give an inch. That is the championship mentality instilled by both of these teams. So we take a look first at the three-pointer. Dan Marcelo, a triple over his friend and former teammate, Irish Kokia. And on the other end, Ryle Melencio getting that and one. Melencio couldn't make this a single possession ball game with this free throw. That will be a lane violation. So ball will go to San Beda. They are up by 4, 23-19 with 54 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Here's Marcelo. They kick it to Del Rama. That's a triple if it goes, and that is good. That's Dale Mendroso with a triple. And San Beda coming in hot here in their home court. 7-point lead for them. 30 seconds remain in this first quarter. Makalalag drives. Will be fouled. That will be 2 free throws for his troubles. Take a look first at this triple by Dale Medroso. San Beda, they want to end this home streak of this campus tour undefeated 2-0. They won yesterday in a whopping fashion against Mapua. But they have a very tough matchup here. It is a battle of the champions. Makalalag will go to the line. He is a 75% free throw shooter in last season in the UAAP. Makalalag will miss. And the shot clock is turned off. San Beda with a chance for a last shot opportunity in this first quarter. 12 seconds remaining. Marcelo steps back for three. That's off the back iron. 4 seconds still remain. That's a triple if it goes. That's short. And that will be the end of our first quarter. Your score is going to be 20-26 in favor of the home team, the San Beda Red Lions. We will be right back for our second quarter right after this break. Take a look at some of our highlights from that first quarter. It was back and forth between both of these teams, neither wanting to give an inch. As we see a stop and pop from Janty Miller and Jacob Cortez, giving DLSU that lead early, but that lead was quickly erased thanks to the hot shooting of the San Beda Red Lions. So we take a look, RC Kalimag doing his damage. 8 points for him in this quarter. That leads us with a 20-26. We've got Kazuhiro Kimuro watching the games from the Japan B-League. It's nice to see some of our international friends tuning in as well. Again, this is where you will get to see the best of college basketball here in the Philippines. So it's no wonder why they are scouting here. We've seen a ton of collegiate talents, both from the NCAA and the UAAP, make their mark in other leagues such as the Japan B-League and even in the KBL in Korea. Our second quarter is on our way. We've still got the second stringers here for DLSU. As Dungo, one-legged, one-handed shot is good. That's a very tough basket for Doi, where he makes it look effortless. As Dan Marcelo crossing, he will draw the foul on Pablo. Now we will start to see some more substitutions here for DLSU, where you see Mason Amos, Janty Miller, and Jacob Cortez check back into this ballgame. To restore some order for the UAAP champs. They are still down by 4, 22-26. But again, this is just the start of the second quarter. Still a lot of time. Delarama for 3. Now looked very confident, but Hawkins is there for that rebound. And what a rebound that is. But that will be a jump ball, and ball possession will stay with San Beda. Again, you got to appreciate the effort from Lawrence Hawkins here today. Let's take a look at that powerful rebound. Look at him out-muscle Luis Pablo. They will be rewarded with an extra possession. Our officials sorting everything out. Estacio will be on inbounding duties. Then he gets it to Marcelo. Marcelo on Cortez. They get it back to Estacio. Penny, 4 seconds to work with, steps back. Off the back iron, and Marcelo tracks it down. Dan Marcelo has the one-on-one on Mason Amos, steps back. That jumper is pure. Dan Marcelo putting on a show here at home. And JC Makalala couldn't handle that pass, so ball possession will go back to San Beda. You've got to love the effort you are seeing from San Beda here today, as well as from Dan Marcelo. He has been an absolute hotshot for the Red Lions. As Estacio kicks it to Delarama. Back to Estacio, 5 seconds remaining. Estacio steps back for 3. That's off. Ball will go the other way. Here comes Miller against Delarama. They try to blitz him. Amos lobs it up to Pablo, and Pablo won't get that off the glass. That looked to be a gimme. A sorry miss here for DLSU. Here's Estacio. Penny kicks it to the post. Marcelo is open for a second, and Marcelo will fire. That's off, but Beda once again trying to track that one down. Here's Cortez to Janty Miller, who's skies high for that layup. Expect to hear Cortez to Miller quite a lot in this league. They kick it out. That's a triple if it goes. That is going to be off, but that is going to be a foul on a white shirt. But first, let's take a look at that beautiful pass leading to that quick layup by Jonty Miller, his second basket of this ball game. As we see some substitutions, the San Beda faithful in attendance, giving a standing ovation for Dan Marcelo and Penny Estacio. A job well done. They have brought San Beda to a 4-point lead. Kalimag throws that out. That pass a bit too far for Bizlina. Ball will go to DLSU. For DLSU, you've got Abadam, Jonty Miller. Our first look at EJ Goliena, Mason Amos, and Jacob Cortez. There's still a two-guard lineup with Goliena and Cortez. They get it back to him. Jacob, 1 second remaining, does not see the clock. He turns that over. And here come the Red Lions. Kalimag spots up for three. Buries another three-pointer. That's the specialty of the house for RC Kalimag. And Jonty Miller tries to escape. He gets that one back. 10 seconds remain for the Green Archers. Here's Goliena. Stops. Back to Amos. Hook shot. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Torculas is able to corral that rebound. That's a triple for Torculas. Now Jonty Miller is on the counter-attack. Miller stops. Free throw line jumper, no good. That is another stop by San Beda. And we have to credit the defensive intensity of San Beda. They want to defend home court here today. Nigel Gonzalez. Nice feed to Torculas for three. That's off. Here comes Cortez. Cortez drives. A Pinoy step for Jacob Cortez. What a move by the cool Cub. What more can you expect from the caliber of player that Jacob Cortez is? He already has 13 points and it's just the first half. Look at this Pinoy step, fooling Bismarck Lina. Jacob making it look easy here in his homecoming game. Cortez will miss the free throw. Still a 5-point lead for San Beda. Gonzalez back to Kalimag. Kalimag loses it, but that will be a foul on Jonty Miller. So we see some substitutions here. Etule will come back in. 14 seconds to remain on the shot clock for San Beda. Still a lot of time for them to draw something up. But so far, they have looked fantastic in this first half. Gonzalez tries to find the cutter. Jonty Miller a bit too familiar with that play.
9 seconds on the shot clock. 92.
And 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez, 3 seconds remaining, kicks it out. Torculas for three. Still can't find the basket. And that is another offensive rebound. Kalimag. Still no go. And that is 2 stops for DLSU. And they will need a lot more of that with the way that San Beda has been shooting. We know from the previous season that that is San Beda's bread and butter. The 3-point shot, that is what they do best. And that is why they are the reigning NCAA champions. Amos kicks it to Cortez. Cortez against Gonzalez. Kicks it, Abadam, left open. Maybe a bit too open because you saw the hesitation. It's Nigel Gonzalez who will lose that ball. Ball will go back to the Green Archers. They've still got 14 seconds on that shot clock. Just a tough time scoring for DLSU. And that is a lane violation on the pass for Jonty Miller. And that will cause our first timeout of the second quarter. We will be right back after this timeout. You're still joining us here in the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour when we are making a stop here in the RC Gym in San Beda University on Mendiola. We're glad to have you with us, whether you're watching at home or you're here in the gym. It is an absolutely packed arena here, a sold-out venue for the homestand here in the NSAC. We are happy to have you with us. And we're looking forward to coming to a school near you. Next week, we will be in the Ateneo de Manila University. So we are looking forward to seeing you guys there as well. But now back to the ball game. San Beda currently with a 5-point lead. 31-26 is your score with exactly 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Still a lot of time for DLSU to make a comeback. But for San Beda, it is all about showing dominance and making these possessions count as Gonzalez is blocked. But Lina is there. Bismarck Lina will get the end one. That is what makes Bismarck Lina so deadly. He's so aggressive. Last season in the NCAA, he averaged 5.2 points per game and 4.6 rebounds. One of the best rebounding bigs in the NCAA. Now he is a 79% free throw shooter last season. As he makes the free throw. A bit of confusion here. Abadam almost turning things over. Now Cortez will bring things down. Here's Jacob. Spins. Jacob Cortez finding a wrong teammate. And here comes San Beda. Kalimag's pass intercepted. The ball will stay with San Beda. Jonty Miller, nice interception. Just couldn't get his full hand on that ball. So we take a look at that interception. That ball clearly going off of Jonty Miller. But a nice display of sportsmanship between former teammates there. And at the end of the day, it's all about the love for basketball. That is what we like to see in the NSAC. Lina spins, hook shot, no good. And here comes the LSU. Goliena pushing the pace. Goliena hangs and scores. EJ Goliena stopping the bleeding, bringing things back to just a 6-point deficit for the LSU. 4 minutes remain in the second quarter. Kalimag back to Torculas. Now Torculas still unable to find a shot as of late. Atule hesitates. Back to RC, who will not hesitate and will bury a triple. RC Kalimag, a flamethrower here today. 13 points already for him in this half. Jonty Miller, they're down by 9, looking for an answer. Miller challenges his teammates, is denied by Torculas. Aldous Torculas saying welcome back to San Beda with a block, meeting him up top. Now the Green Archers with 10 seconds remaining. Currently they are down by 9, and it has been a tough time for them scoring-wise in this quarter. Just 8 points for DLSU in this quarter, while San Beda already with 11. Cortez finds Abadam for the fadeaway. That looked good. And our officials will say that ball will go the other way. Another stop from the NCAA champions. Again, it's been the intensity that San Beda has been playing with that has thrown DLSU off guard. As Patumbakal is hounded. Etule. Back to Torculas, who is denied by Pablo. Luis Pablo saying, I can do you one better. Meets Aldous Torculas up top for a monster block. That is what Luis Pablo does best. Kalimag looking for Lina underneath. Mishandles that. Lina. That's a miss. The ball will stay with the red shirts. 14 seconds remain on the shot clock. Still a 9-point lead by San Beda. 37-28 is your score with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. They get it to Lina. Back to Aldous Torculas. Finding a cutter underneath. Etula spins. Met with the double team. That will be too many steps there. That's a traveling violation. So we will see some substitutions. EJ Goliena will sit for JC Makalalag. And on the other end, we're going to see Bailoses check in for RC Kalimag. RC, a great half. We hope to see him back for some more. Cortez will man the point. Abadam back to Miller. Janty Miller steps back, free throw line. Jay. That's off. Torculas mistimes his jumper, but this time he gets the steal. 2-on-2 fast break, and that is going to be a foul on JC Makalalag. That is going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on JC. Let's take a look one more time at what just transpired. Aldous Torculas challenging Makalalag. And you see Makalalag pushing him. Again, the definition of an unsportsmanlike foul is whether it is a basketball play. Clearly, JC Makalalag pushing without the intent of going for the basketball, whether or not it causes any harm. That is going to be an unsportsmanlike foul every single time. Aldous Torculas will go to the line for some free throws. Torculas misses the first gimme free throw. It has been a tough time for Aldous Torculas in this game. Just 4 points, 2 out of 8 shooting. He has been a marked man by his former rivals from the Green Archers. That's 2 free throws missed by Aldous Torculas, but they will have possession. A fresh 19 here for San Beda. Here's Patumbakal. Bato kicks it inside. Dula just a bit too slow, but a Green Archer got his hands on it. That is enough for a timeout. So we will be right back after this timeout. You're still joining us here for the NSAC, as we have got a ton of fans in attendance in this packed RC gym in San Beda University. We're glad to have you with us in our first stop of this campus tour. San Beda currently up top, up by 9, 37 to 28 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Still a lot of basketball left to be played by both champs. San Beda and Coach Yuri Escueta wanting to draw something up for one of their final few possessions of this half. Just a quick recap in terms of leading scorers. For the LSU, it is Jacob Cortez with 13, while for San Beda, it is going to be RC Kalimag with 13 as well. So they're the ones leading the charge in terms of scoring. The lob up top to Etule. No good. Beda regains possession. Bismarck. Lina underneath, carving out some space. That is just crafty footwork from the big man. Here's Cortez. Hounded by Batong Bakal. Gets it across. They find Makalalag. JC. Chrising and crossing. 7 Gagate for 3. We have seen 7 make that in the past. Here comes Etule. Kicks it to the corner. Batong Bakal swings it. Vailoses drives. A nice move. Then we'll put that in. MJ Vailoses, part of that championship team last year, making his minutes count here. It's Cortez wanting to answer back. Makalalag gets the handoff from Pablo. JC back to 7. 8 seconds remain on the shot clock. Cortez is hounded. That will be a foul on Bizlina. Bailout foul, but first let's take a look. Fantastic footwork from the big man, leaving Luis Pablo in the dust. And on the other end, a beautiful move by MJ Vailoses. Now we are seeing some substitutions, some shufflings for Coach Yuri Escueta as Dan Marcelo and Lawrence Hawkins are checked back in. While for DLSU, Irish Kokia will be coming in to man the point guard duties for the Green Archers. Here's Kokia. Irish goes up and will finish. Irish Kokia, a standout from the University of New Orleans. He is not yet eligible to play next year, but Hawkins definitely is. As Hawkins, a nice drop-off pass to him, making the most out of it, and San Beda is now up by 13 points. We're down to our last 39 seconds. That will be a foul on a red shirt. So DLSU will have some more opportunities here to score. 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock. As we're seeing some substitutions here. Torres will check in for San Beda. Pablo, 12 seconds on the shot clock. That's going to be a foul on a red shirt. Seconds to remain for DLSU. Cortez, Makalala, corner triple. That's the specialty. And JC buries the triple. And that will send us to a timeout by Coach Yuri Escueta. We'll be right back. DLSU is still down by 10 points. As we see Mike Cortez, the cool cat on your screens. Supporting, of course, his son, Jacob Cortez. His other son, Mikey Cortez, is a member of the Green Archers as well, just not lined up due to a knee injury. So we hope to see both Cortezes don the white and green soon enough. Again, we still got 31.3 seconds remain in this half. And San Beda is up by 10 points. A great start from the NCAA champs. While for the UAAP champs, they need to find some more answers. And Mike Cortez, the cool cat on your screens. Marcelo with the ball. A 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Marcelo uses the pick from Torres. That pass almost intercepted, but that will be a foul on Kokia. That is a holding foul on him. Due to that, San Beda is in the penalty. So MJ Vailoses will be shooting 2 free throws. As MJ gets the bounce, a friendly home court bounce, if you will, from the rim. Makes this an 11-point lead. Vailoses a split from the line. A bit of a tussle for that ball. Our officials will say the ball will go to DLSU. But that will be a penalty on the foul. And this will be 2 free throws this time for EJ Goliena. Again, the shot clock is turned off. We only have 14.4 seconds remaining in this half. Goliena 6 the first. Could make this a single-digit lead for San Beda with this made free throw if he makes it. Goliena will miss. Pablo tips it. They tip it to the wrong man. 12 seconds remaining. Hounded there. That's a steal. Makalalag gets the end one. JC Makalalag, 3 points the hard way, as we'd like to say it. That is a worst case scenario for San Beda. You don't box out, you lose the ball, and on the other end, JC Makalalag makes you pay with the and one opportunity. JC going to the line, again a 75% free throw shooter, one of the best in the UAAP. Makalalag will make it, that will count. Again, just a 7-point lead. 5 seconds remain. Gonzalez kicks it to Estacio for 3. Doesn't beat the buzzer. And that will end our first half of this Champions Showdown. The lead, 44-37, goes to San Beda. But again, both sides are not letting down. Again, we will be right back. Again, this is the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour, and we will be back for our second half. We are back here in the San Beda University RC Gym, where at the end of our first half, your score is 44-37 in favor of the NCAA champs, the San Beda Red Lions, against the DLSU Green Archers. Now let's take a look at some of our halftime statistics. In terms of field goals, San Beda has taken a lot more shots, but again, they have gotten a lot more offensive rebounds, thus the deficit. In terms of three-point shooting, it is double San Beda with 6 triples, while for DLSU, it is only 3 out of 11. While for assists, San Beda is sharing that basketball while causing some havoc with a lot of turnovers for DLSU. So that is the story so far. San Beda moving the basketball, playing some beautiful basketball, if I may add, while DLSU, they need to figure things out offensively, having a hard time finding the basket, as well as looking for rebounding opportunities against the intense defense and offensive rebounding presence of the San Beda Red Lions. As we take a look at our leading scorers, for DLSU, it's Jacob Cortez, 13 points for him, JC Makalalag with 7, and Jonty Miller with 4, while for San Beda, it's Kalimag, Marcelo, and Lina with 13, 9, and 5 respectfully. So again, RC Kalimag and Jacob Cortez in a virtual shootout here for this game in what could be a big deciding game in terms of our tournament format. Again, they are in Group D, and only a couple of them will make it to the quarterfinals. They are in the same group as the Mapua Cardinals and the Adamson Soaring Falcons. And this is day number 2 of the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. My name is Joshua D, and we are glad to have you with us wherever you may be joining us as we are set to begin our third quarter. And this is DLSU going up against San Beda. We've got Cortez versus Gonzalez, the matchup between two of the best point guards in the nation. As Abadam can't make that basket. And Gonzalez will bring things across. He's guarded by Dungo. Estacio. Back to Torculas. They want to feed Lina. Bismarck. Cutting in the lane. Finding an open corner triple. It's in and out. Here's Gonzalez. Nigel kicks it to the corner. Tule for 3. Nothing but net. And San Beda opens the scoring with a triple. The specialty of the house for them. It's Cortez. Back to Dungo. Doy Dungo. A tough shot. Overcooks it. And here comes San Beda. Etule all the way. Can't get the end one, but will get 2 free throws instead for his troubles. And San Beda coming out hot as we take a look at this triple by Zed Etule, showing why he is going to be a marked man for sure, as San Beda looks for back-to-back NCAA titles in season 102. Zed Etule definitely showing all of the moves here today. Truly testing out the bag, if you will. Setule misses. Cortez gets that board. Still an 11-point lead for San Beda. Here's Amos. Pablo holding that ball. 11 seconds remain on the shot clock. Luis Pablo underneath. Nice find by Jacob Cortez. Now we are back to a 10-point lead rather. Here comes Estacio. Back to Gonzalez. Nigel left open for a bit. Chooses to be patient. 9 seconds remaining. Estacio steps back. Still can't find the mark. There is a 9-point lead for San Beda, 48-39, with 8 seconds remaining. As Abadam corner triple buries the J. And they need more of that action if they want to make a comeback here in the third. Just a 6-point lead for San Beda. Earl Abadam clapping at him. He is hyped. And they need that energy. In your score, 48-42. San Beda still up by 6. 5 seconds remaining. Estacio loses it. And here comes Earl Abadam. Abadam back to Pablo. Pablo will be called for some extra steps. That's a traveling violation. A sorry mistake. The momentum was starting to shift there for the LSU. Now, if you are San Beda, that is the break that you need. You have to find some answers because once the Green Archers gain some momentum, they are very hard to stop. As Gonzalez finds the open Estacio for 3. That's short. And here come the Green Archers. Jacob Cortez stops, kicks it. Amos, open triple. That's the specialty for Mason Amos. He is shaking his head saying, don't leave me open because I will make you pay. And that will lead us to a timeout by San Beda. Members of the San Beda faithful in attendance. They're hosting us here in this campus tour for our first stop in the RC gym. And thank you once again for hosting us here in this wonderful venue here in Mendiola. But on the other hand, Mason Amos is starting to heat up. He drills a wide open three-pointer and cuts that lead to just 3 points. San Beda in desperate need for a basket to stop the bleeding. So let's see if they can get it. Nigel Gonzalez, as cool as ever. Gonzalez loses it a bit. Guarded by Pablo. He has the mismatch. Torculas stripped. And Dungo, 2-on-1. Doy Dungo can't make the basket. And San Beda is on the counterattack. That is a sorry miss for them. Torculas splits the D. Etule underneath. What a beautiful reverse by Zed Etule. A nice head and shoulder fake leading to that open. Here comes the LSU. Pablo tries to attack. Cortez will spot up for 3. That's short. And here comes San Beda. Estacio waits for Torculas. They're looking to get it to Bizlina in the post. Estacio back to Etule. He tried to get it out. That's intercepted. Here comes Dungo. Pablo back to Amos. Beautiful find for the easy layup. And Mason Amos, 5 points in succession for him. Again, this is just a 3-point San Beda lead. And we've still got a ton of basketball left. 5 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this third quarter. Torculas misses the mid-range J. That will be a foul on Zed Etule. The LSU should gain possession. So we take a look at that interception. Active hands here by Doy Dungo, leading to this Luis Pablo extra pass to Mason Amos, who stretches for that easy layup. Sometimes all you need is a couple of baskets to start the fall, and the momentum will just shift in your favor. And that is what we are seeing here so far for the LSU. Cortez breaks that press behind the back. Jacob Cortez can't get the end one. but will get 2 free throws instead for his troubles. Some magic moves here from one of the coolest guys in the room, Jacob Cortez. So we take a look, one behind the back, and then another behind the back to back behind the backs. Just couldn't get the finish. But Jacob with a chance to cut this lead down even further, putting some more pressure on the NCAA champs, the Red Lions. As Cortez will make the first. Now RC Kalimag and Dan Marcelo have checked in. Coach Yuri Escueta wanting them to put out the fire that is the De La Salle offense in this third. Cortez goes 2 of 2 from the line, just a 1-point lead. The Green Archers breathing down the necks of the Red Lions. Kalimag, open 3. That's off. Hawkins gets a hand on it, and Cortez will be fouled. He's asking for an unsportsmanlike foul, but again, that is just going to be called a regular foul by our officials. For DLSU, it's no secret that without Mike Phillips, they are losing a bit of size, a bit of that intensity. But this is where they need their team to come together to fill that Mike Phillips-sized hole. You know, Luis Pablo, Jacob Cortez, we're seeing everyone help each other in terms of the rebounding battle. And that's why they're getting some stops, some easier possessions, and throwing some fouls, such as this one. As Jacob Cortez is bumped there. So our officials will be reviewing, making sure this is the right call. Again, this is just the first game for DLSU and the second game for San Beda, but it is already a dogfight here in the Lions' Den. So we take a look one more time. Jacob Cortez is asking for an unsportsmanlike foul. And our officials have signaled it will be a regular blocking foul. But what is important now is DLSU will have possession and a chance to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter. For DLSU, they've got Melencio, Cortez, Amos, Abadam, and Makalalag on the floor. Here's Abadam, back to Melencio. Earl Abadam, 10 seconds remaining. Melencio loses the handle. That is going to be a jump ball opportunity. Possession will go to San Beda. The pick and roll pass just a bit too much to handle for Raul Melencio. As we take a look one more time. They go for the pick, a nice feed, just too much to handle there. San Beda will gain possession. There's Marcelo, picks up his dribble. Hawkins looking for Kalimag. He can't get it. Marcelo gets it, 10 seconds remaining. Dan Marcelo, skies high, is denied. San Beda, Kalimag will fire. That's off. And the LSU, another stop. Jacob Cortez, back to Makalalag. And they choose for a more patient approach here. Cortez, back to Abadam. Cortez is on Hawkins. Cortez dancing, steps back for 3. That's short. That could have been big. And that is some extra steps here for San Beda. Jun De La Rama a bit confused with what just happened there, but that was extra steps. He picked up the basketball, then without putting it down, he stepped in an extra step for that pass, thus the turnover for them, and a costly one in this junction. Almost a knockout play here for JC Makalalag. That will be a foul on a red shirt. Again, if you're Coach Yuri Escueta, that is not the kind of back-to-back possessions that you want to be seeing from your team. You have to be more polished because if you leave any room, DLSU will make you pay. As JC Makalalag will go to the line for 2 free throws. Makalalag will miss the first. Now, JC in season 88 of the UAAP averaged 7.1 points per game, 3.1 rebounds, and 1.7 assists. One of the all-around catch-and-shoot players for Coach Topex Robinson and the Taft Bay squad. Makalalag makes the second, and we are now at a deadlock. Our first tie in this game since the first quarter. And that is a mistimed pass. So DLSU will get another possession. So we're seeing some substitutions. Nigel Gonzalez will check back in, as well as Zed Etule. Jacob Cortez with inbounding duties here. He gets it to 7. Cortez dancing with his defender. Mid-range Jay can't get the bounce. Melencio hustles for it. Is met up top. But ball will stay with De La Salle. And you have got to love the intensity from both of these champion teams. So we take a look at the fight for that basketball. See De La Rama having his hands on it. Etule, Melencio, everyone wanting a piece of that basket. As Melencio spins, goes up for the layup. That is a stop by San Beda. Here comes Zed Etule. Gonzalez uses the phantom pick. Kicks it. Etule open triple. Can't make it there. And DLSU tracks things down. Kokia throws it ahead. And that is going to be a foul on a red shirt. You saw that pass was a bit too late. EJ Goliena had to jump for that one. But there was someone pushing underneath. That's Zed Etule. That is the type of things that you want to work on as a team. You know, awareness, chemistry. You know, Irish Kokia coming from a totally different situation in Canada and in the University of New Orleans. Still adjusting to the style of play and the system of Coach Topex Robinson. Scoliena makes the first. Now Kokia, one of 3 Phil foreigners joining this LaSalle team. We've got Jason Seibel, who isn't present today, and Marco Mayuga, who has yet to play. Scoliena will make the second, and that will give DLSU a lead, a 2-point lead at that. And we still got 3 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Gonzalez breaks that press easily. Gonzalez all the way. Couldn't finish. And here comes the Green Archers once again. Melencio is denied by Hawkins, but Goliena is there. And we have to credit Hawkins on that defensive block, but on the other end, and that is going to be another turnover. The press of De La Salle paying dividends here. The crowd of the Green Archers are definitely loving it. As we take a look at that block by Lawrence Hawkins, but EJ Goliena was there for the follow. Again, LaSalle has picked up the intensity, has started to match San Beda in terms of their pace and intensity in this game. And now they are up by 4 points. A much better showing this half. They're up by 4. Makalalag. Goliena was open. Goliena will be fouled shooting a 3-pointer. And that is going to mean 3 free throws for DLSU. That will be on RC Kalimag. A costly foul. That could give DLSU their biggest lead of the game. And EJ Goliena will be shooting 3 free throws. Goliana makes the first. Now we've seen this from EJ Goliana in the past. He does all of the little things. A spark plug off the bench for Coach Topex Robinson and LaSalle. He had a ton of crucial moments in that Season 88 campaign, especially when Kian Baclaan went down with an injury. As Goliana makes the second, makes it a 6-point lead. And this is the biggest lead for DLSU in this game. They're up by 6, could be 7 with this free throw. And EJ Goliana makes all 3, puts DLSU up by 7 points, and will lead us to a timeout by Coach Yuri Escueta. We'll be right back after this. You're still joining us here in the RC Gym in San Beda University, where we have a packed crowd here enjoying a battle between two of the country's champions. The champion of the NCAA, the home team, San Beda University, currently down by 7, going up against the UAAP champions, DLSU Green Archers, who have stormed back in this third quarter. And this is just the opening weekend of the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. So a lot more basketball and a lot more games to follow. And this is our first stop here in San Beda. Next week, we will be in the Ateneo University. So we're definitely looking forward to visiting more of the home schools here in this NSAC. San Beda will have to break the press that LaSalle has employed in this third quarter that has gave them a lot of troubles. Gonzalez uses the pick. Vailoses open 3, that's short. Gonzalez getting a hand on it, the ball will go the other way. He's asking for a review. And our officials will be giving into that. That will be a challenge for San Beda. They will review the last touch. So this is a chance for both teams to calm down. For LaSalle, it's a chance for you to recenter yourselves. Now that you have the lead, how do you readjust the type of play that you are going to be playing? So we take a look at our angle here. Who had it last? That is going to be tough, whether that was going to be Gonzalez or Goliana. For San Beda, you had the lead for the majority of the half, but now how do you respond once the pressure is on you? How do you show that championship mentality that you have shown all throughout season 101? The LSU, you see them trying out different formations here. We take a look one more time from our point of view. See, Gonzalez loses it, and Goliana puts his hand reaching out. We're just not sure if EJ Goliana had his hand on it. That is what our officials will be reviewing. Again, this is the 4th game of our Sunday special here in the RC Gym. So take a look. Gonzalez gets a hand on it, a second hand on it, and you see Goliana reaches out. By the reaction of EJ Goliana, it looks to be that Goliana touched that ball last. And the challenge is successful. Ball will stay with San Beda. A successful challenge here by the home team. So San Beda will have 14 seconds to work with. They need to stop the bleeding for DLSU. Hawkins back to Gonzalez. 8 seconds remaining. Gonzalez still scoreless in this game. Gonzalez stops, fakes, kicks it out. Etulia for 3, overcooks it. And that is a shot clock violation. Our official saying the ball did not touch the rim on that possession. Ball possession will go to LaSalle. And another stop by DLSU, who have since turned up the intensity in this second half. Kokia. Gagate holding on to that ball. Back to Kokia. Steps back for 3 and buries a 3-pointer. Irish Kokia making his presence felt, bringing DLSU to a 10-point lead. Gonzalez pass intercepted. Ball will stay with San Beda. Checking back in, Janty Miller. Let's take a look at that step back 3. The confidence from this young man from Vancouver, British Columbia. One of Canada's finest during his time. Definitely a scorer. For those who don't know about Irish Kokia, a bit of a fun fact. His record in terms of scoring is 54 points. So something about Irish is he knows how to put the ball in the hoop. Something to look out for if you are a fan of the Green Archers. But on the other end, Nigel Gonzalez burying his first shot of the ball game, and that is going to be a triple for him. Kokia looking to answer back. Goliena hands it back. Kokia, floater. That's off. Ball will stay with DLSU. Let's take a look at this confident looking triple by Nigel Gonzalez. You know, he has been left open quite a lot when he asked for that pick. He should consider taking more of those. As Kokia looks to answer back for 3, and he does. That is going to be a long 2 rather. Stepping on the line, says our officials. Said Etulia. Etulia, skies high, is denied. And they're going to say that is going to be a foul on 7 Gagate. As we take a look, 7 Gagate meeting Etulia up top. Getting a bit of the hand. DLSU will not be challenging this one. So Zed Etulia with 2 free throws. Etulia will miss the first. Well, Zed has played spectacularly in that first half, but since then has had a hard time scoring the basket. Some adjustments from Coach Topes Robinson. As Etulia splits from the line, and De La Salle is on the counter-attack. Kokia back to Melencio. Melencio. They'll get it right back. Here's Janty Miller. Miller, 10 seconds remaining. Playing with his defender. Kokia fakes, and that will be a traveling violation. That is one too many steps for Irish. Officials right in front of that one. As we see some substitutions. But first, Mike Phillips on your screens, the former captain and finals MVP for De La Salle, supporting his boys. Now, once an Archer, always an Archer. It's nice to see Mike here supporting the white and green. The shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds remain. Marcelo is fouled by Cortez. Again, this is still a foul to give. San Beda will have 8.2 seconds remaining in this third quarter. So we're seeing some substitutions. Earl Abadam will come in for 7 Gagate, giving them a bit more flexibility, going small for this final defensive stop. if San Beda chooses to go for that. Marcelo cuts through the lane. Marcelo challenges Melencio. In and out. Miller, a heave, will not go, and that will be the end of our third quarter. DLSU storming back to take an 8-point lead. 62-54 is your score, and we will be right back for our fourth and final quarter of basketball. Take a look at some of the highlights that have just transpired. San Beda coming out hot, 6-0 to start that third quarter. But since then, it was all green and white. Earl Abadam, Jacob Cortez, Mason Amos coming in full swing to take this lead. At a point, they had a 10-point lead, but now that is just 8. But it is still the biggest lead that they have had since the first quarter. Sure, Topex Robinson is happy with plays such as that one. LSU picking up the intensity, showing some more effort with plays such as that from EJ Golyena. And of course, Irish Kokia making his presence felt. 5 points in this half. Nigel Gonzalez tried to stop the bleeding with a triple, but San Beda is still down by 8. Now, our fourth quarter is on the way. Again, you're watching the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. And this is a battle between champions, DLSU against San Beda. Here's Miller. Janti steps back, a long two. No good. Lawrence Hawkins just corralled that rebound. San Beda will have possession, but again, here is the press being applied by De La Salle. It has caused a handful of turnovers. Dan Marcelo breaks it against Jacob Cortez. Marcelo kicks it. Etulie, they swing. Torculas for 3. No good. Viloses is there. Marcelo chooses to attack. Will be fouled. And that will be 2 free throws for Dan Marcelo. Aggressive here in this ball game. We're seeing San Beda settling for those 3-pointers in the corner. That is the designed play. It's just not falling. Aldous Torculas having troubles burying the 3-pointer, as well as Zed Etulie. So Dan Marcelo will miss the first. Dan Marcelo, a spark plug in that second quarter, but since has had some trouble scoring thanks to some adjustments by DLSU. Dan makes the second, cuts this lead down to 7. As Bismarck Lina has checked in for Lawrence Hawkins. Here's Abadam. Brings things down easily. Earl Abadam. Now we're starting to see them run more plays on that half-court offense. Miller Trap. Goliena fires a three. Can't get it to go. Almost a steal there by Jacob Cortez, but that will be a foul on the rebound. Jacob, a bit of a smile. He knows he got caught reaching on that one. Again, the LSU, they are not out of the woods just yet. We still got 8 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Still a lot of time for a lot of things to happen. Marcelo against Abadam. Marcelo switches. Marcelo steps back for three. No good. Bismarck. He gets the O board. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock for San Beda. Marcelo and one for Dan Marcelo. They want to make something happen, and Dan Marcelo is the man for that job. Trying to spark some fire for the San Beda offense. Take a look at that one. Absorbs the bump and the foul. That is the caliber of player that Dan Marcelo definitely is. He's going to be a threat to look out for in the upcoming NCAA season for sure. So we're seeing Nigel Gonzalez come back into this ball game. Marcelo already with 13 points, beating his outing last game of 11. He's now the top scorer for San Beda. And the San Bedan crowd is chanting defense. They want this homestand to be successful. Goliena back to Cortez. Jacob Cortez stops behind the back. Shifty move. And that will be a foul on the floor. That will be on a red shirt. LaSalle has 14 seconds to work with. Cortez gets it back. 10 seconds remaining. Is trapped, loses it, regains possession. Abadam, corner three. That's short. And Bismarck Lina gets that rebound. Nigel Gonzalez. A basket now could be big for San Beda. Marcelo tried to drop it off. Ball will go the other way. Our official saying that that touched a red shirt last. So take a look at this save. Our officials have overturned the decision. Ball will stay with the home team. They still have 9 seconds on the shot clock. Lina will be called for an offensive foul, pushing against Jacob Cortez. That is the 4th foul on their star big man, Biz Lina. Now some substitutions are in order. JC Makalalag will check in for Earl Abadam. Makalalag did spark some offense in that 3rd quarter. Again, it's just a 4-point DLSU lead with 7 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this ball game. Here's Cortez against Gonzalez, the prime point guard matchup. Kokia uses the picks. Irish finds Pablo underneath. Kicks it out to the wrong man. And our officials will be checking who touched that ball last. The home crowd here in the RC gym is getting into it. And you have got to love the intensity from this crowd. That is going to be a technical foul on head coach Yuri Escueta for resentment to a call. He clearly did not agree with that one. The home crowd definitely on their side here as Cortez sinks the first free throw. Seven seconds remain on the shot clock for DLSU. Amos back to Cortez. Long triple for Jacob. That is going to be off. That's a shot clock violation, but that lead is now 5 for the Green Archers. Now, San Beda has had their trouble scoring the basketball in this second half. Now, it was the opposite. DLSU was the one struggling in the first half as Makalala gets another stop with that steal. Here's JC. Back to Irish. Kokia finds Pablo. That pass was just a bit too high, even for Luis Pablo to reach. Ball will go to San Beda as Aldo Storculas will take a breather. Zed Etulia will check in, as well as Earl Abadam for Luis Pablo. So a small ball lineup here for De La Salle as they look to trap. Etulia will attack. Etulia skies high and one for Zed Etulia. Zed Etulia saying, "Did you forget I was here?" As he quickly crosses the half-court line and skies high for that end one finish, evading Mason Amos. It looked like LaSalle was confused with no center currently playing. Their tallest player, Mason Amos, is in charge of some center duties. As we will see a timeout from De La Salle. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're still joining us here in the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour, where we are making our stop here in the San Beda University RC Gym. Thank you so much for joining us here. It is a sold-out crowd here in our first stop of this campus tour. Now the home team, they were down by as much as 10 points. Could cut this down to just 2. As Zed Etulia will make the free throw. Now just a 2-point lead for De La Salle. And the crowd is starting to get into it. You hear the chants of defense. We're seeing the championship intensity from both of these champion teams. Kokia for 3. That could have been big. That is a big stop by the NCAA champs. Here comes Nigel Gonzalez. Gonzalez on Abadam. 10 seconds to work with. Gonzalez kicks it. Marcelo, corner 3. That's off. De La Salle have just dodged a bullet here. Dungo. Amos, open triple. And Mason Amos makes them pay. And that is what Mason Amos does best. A spot up catch and shoot 3-point shooter. They're now up by 5 points. San Beda wants to answer back. Kalimag. Back to Etule. Marcelo. 5 seconds remaining. Steps back for 3. What a triple by Dan Marcelo. And you have got to love the intensity of NSAC basketball. Just a 2-point lead for DLSU. Abadam, Amos, another open three. No good. De La Salle tracks it down. And Kokia says, calm down. They have 10 seconds to work with. Here's Irish. Back to Mason. Makalalag, corner, triple. Puts it through. JC Makalalag, big shot for him. And both sides trading big shots as we are halfway through our fourth and final quarter. Gonzalez for three. That's off. Etulia is there. And Etulia will be fouled. Things are getting a little chippy between both champions. So we take a look at this one. First, the open triple from Mason Amos, making them pay. On the other hand, Dan Marcelo says, anything you can do, I can do even better. Top of the key, step back three for Dan Marcelo. And on the other hand, JC Makalalag showing why he is a 41% three-point shooter in the UAAP. Zed Etulia will go to the line. Misses the first. Etulia is a 70% free throw shooter in season 101. And Etulia makes the second, cuts this to a 4-point lead. Coach Topex Robinson allowing Irish Kokia to bring down that ball against his friend and former teammate Dan Marcelo. A lot of trust from this rookie. Pablo loses it. And here comes Beda, 3-on-1 fast break. Etulia all the way. Now it is just a 2-point lead from the Archers. Now the press being applied here by Beda. Pablo brings this one across. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remain in this fourth quarter. Jacob Cortez. Cortez crossing. Slips. Kicks it out. Kokia back to Amos for three. In and out. Does not get the friendly roll. But that will be a foul. They say that is on Jacob Cortez. And the San Beda crowd is letting them hear it here in the RC gym. As we take a look, things are getting chippy in this game. As you can hear, go San Beda fight. The home team is not going down without a fight. Zed Etulia making sure as he skies high for that layup. Now it's going to be Nigel Gonzalez, their point guard, their general, going to the line for two. As Gonzalez makes the first. He is a 79% free throw shooter. Clutch free throws for Nigel. Gonzalez could tie things with this free throw. And he does. And folks, we are tied at 69 apiece with 3 minutes and 55 in this fourth. And what else did you expect from both of these teams? The champs of both leagues coming together. Irish Kokia. Kokia is stopped there. 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They get it back to Amos, back to Jacob. 3 seconds, step back, Jacob Cortez. No good, and that is another stop by San Beda. Nigel Gonzalez bringing that ball down. Where will they go to? A handful of options here. Gonzalez crosses Kokia. Gonzalez is denied. Here comes Kokia. Irish Kokia absorbs the bump, gets the basket. Brings DLSU back to a 2-point lead. Big time basket by a big time player from BC. Etulia back to Kalimag. You know, RC Kalimag has been silent since the first half. Marcelo steps back for three. Off to the right. And Jacob Cortez allows that ball to sail out of bounds. Just a friendly tap there from Jacob as we take a look. Nice read by Irish Kokia. And on the other hand, Irish showing the strength and the control to put that one high off the glass, bringing DLSU up by 2. As we approach the 2-minute mark, it's almost clutch time. Cortez. Back to Amos. Amos has that mismatch. Opts for the long 2. That's no good. Mason gets the ball. He is bumped and ball will go to San Beda. Zed Etulia all the way. Puts it in. And folks, we are tied once again after a mad scramble for the ball. Chance of defense are echoing. Cortez will miss. And the ball will go to the way of the home team. So we are tied at 71 apiece with a minute and 58 seconds remaining. Welcome to NSAC basketball, folks. And we mentioned it earlier, heavy is the head that wears the crown. And for both of these champion teams, they want to show why they are the best of their leagues. It is now clutch time. With a minute and 58 seconds remaining, San Beda will have the first crack at this lead. If they make a basket, Gonzalez on Makalalag uses the pick from Hawkins. Gonzalez steps back for three. In and out, Amos is there. And that will be a foul on Hawkins for holding. Or rather, that is going to be a foul on Mason Amos. They caught him holding on to the shorts of Lawrence Hawkins. Now, Lawrence Hawkins has just been a man on a mission. His intensity going for those rebounds is really what has brought them to this game. As we take a look first, Nigel Gonzalez misses, and you can see Mason Amos clearly tugging and pulling on the shorts. As we remain at a deadlock at 71. Hawkins makes the free throw and will put San Beda up by 1 with a minute and 45 remaining in this game. Jacob Cortez will bring things down against Nigel Gonzalez, 2 of the top point guards in the country. Here comes Cortez. Back to Amos. Back to Cortez. 10 seconds to shoot. Cortez, step back 3 is short. And San Beda with a chance to extend this lead. Etulia brings things down. Gonzalez waits for a pick from Hawkins. Kalimag to the corner. Etulia cuts. Reverse, no good. Gets his own board. Gonzalez, they swing. Torculas for 3. Can't get the bounce. Kalimag is there. Gonzalez wide open. Torculas cuts. Hawkins is there. And that is called composure. When things are not going your way, you have to have that championship composure, and Hawkins definitely showed that. We'll be right back after this. we take a look at that one, Torculas dipping, finding Hawkins, who was at the right place at the right time for that layup. Let's take a look one more time. The presence of mind for Aldous Torculas to drop things off to his teammate Lawrence Hawkins, who has been the spark plug for the Red Lions, putting them up by 3. And we've still got 54 seconds remaining in this game. And we know one thing for sure in the UAAP, DLSU will not go down without swinging. They have got a ton of great three-point shooters, Makalalag, Abadam, Amos, Kokia, and Cortez on the floor. But again, they don't need to go for the 3 just yet. They still have enough time for a 2. For San Beda, they have to hold on if they want a spotless homestand here in the RC Gym in Mendiola. Gonzalez reminding his team, talk on defense. That is key. Kokia against Kalimag. Cortez on Torculas. Cortez, 7 seconds, steps back for 3. Misses. And ball will go out of bounds. And there's a bit of confusion on this ball. Coach Topex Robinson is requesting for a review, and that review will be granted to see who touched that ball last. Jacob was complaining for a possible foul. As we take a look from our angle, a step back triple. Jacob Cortez' specialty just couldn't fall. Has been a tough time for Jacob in this half. As we take a look at what just happened, Jacob, that looks to be good, does not look out of bounds from our point of view. But again, our officials have the better angles for this possession. For San Beda, you have to credit the defensive intensity that has shown up for them. They did not let that championship mindset falter, especially when DLSU was on a run. As we take a look, Jacob Cortez looks to have saved that one right on the dot. Now the question is, what will be reviewed here, as our officiating crew will be taking a look at it. Again, we have 41.5 seconds remaining in this ball game. San Beda is up by 3. That is still enough time for about 1 or 2 possessions each from both of these teams. Again, this is just the opening weekend for our NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour Tournament. You can already see the intensity from both of these champions in this Champions Clash. As Cortez, let's take a look at this one more time. As the ball sails out of bounds, Cortez is clearly not yet outside. The question is, what will be the call from our officiating team? It seems like our officials have made their decision. And possession will stay with San Beda. For DLSU now, you have to stay composed. You have to get a stop. While for San Beda, a shot could be the closer, the finisher, if you will. Here's Gonzalez against Hawkins. Gonzalez on Cortez. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Nigel waits for the pick against Kokia. Nigel, skies high. And that is going to be an offensive foul on Nigel Gonzalez. Our officials catching that one in midair. Leaving the door open for De La Salle. They have 20.8 seconds left as they call timeout to draw something up for what could be the final possession of this game. DLSU is now down by 3 as we take a look at this offensive foul. Nigel Gonzalez swinging those legs a bit too much. That's enough for our officiating crew to call that an offensive foul. Now DLSU, a ton of options to go with here for a triple or even a quick 2. There's still 14 seconds on the shot clock. About a 6-second difference between shot clock and game clock, but they're down by 3. Your 5 on the floor, Makalalag, Amos, Abadam, Cortez, and Kokia, all big-time 3-point shooters. They will go against Torculas, Hawkins, Etule, Kalimag, and Gonzalez. Makalalag gets it to Kokia. 12 seconds on the shot clock to Cortez. Jacob steps back, long triple. That's off. Amos is there for the hook shot. That is going to be a 2-pointer. Cuts the lead down to 1 with 9.4 seconds. And this time it's San Beda who will be calling timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going down to the wire as Mason Amos picks up that hook shot. Cuts the lead to just 1 point, but San Beda will have possession with 9.4 seconds remaining. So now it is all about execution for San Beda. For DLSU, you can't lose hope just yet. We've seen stranger things happen in the world of basketball. So let's see what will transpire from that timeout. And this is what we have come to expect from the caliber of these two champion teams. Nigel Gonzalez, one of the top point guards in the NCAA, will be on inbounding duties. They get it to Zed Etule, and that is a quick foul by EJ Goliana. Just the second foul on Goliana. So Zed Etule will go to the line for 2 pressure-packed free throws. Has not had the easiest time from the stripe as of late. Currently is a 70% free throw shooter in the NCAA. Now Hawkins is checked in for a possible rebounding opportunity just in case. And with 8.1 seconds remaining, these could be very crucial free throws for Zed Etule. He sinks the first. Zed Etule could put this lead to as big as 3 points. We're seeing some confusions on the substitution. They will need to wait if the basket goes in for a sub. Zed Etule pressure-packed free throws here. Misses the second. Abadam, 6 seconds remaining. Earl Abadam loses it. And that ball goes to San Beda. A crucial stop by the Red Lions. And things will be reviewed by our officials here. But that is a timely stop by the NCAA champs. You can understand the urgency for Earl Abadam to want to go down and bring that ball down as quickly as he could, possibly spot a mismatch, but that was just well-timed, well-intercepted, and well-choreographed by San Beda. And both of these teams, champion teams in their respective rights, going head-to-head here in the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour as we take a look at what just transpired. Our officials just making sure everything is in order. There's still 2.1 seconds remaining in this ball game. Again, this is a grudge match. These teams have met in the past in this preseason. As we look, Earl Abadam loses that ball. That ball sails out of bounds. So again, our officials are checking whether that hit a red shirt or not. Because with 2.1 seconds, that is enough time for a good shot attempt. Folks, thank you for joining us here in the opening weekend of the NSAC. And this is where the best of college hoops go head-to-head. As we take a look at another angle, Abadam loses it. But the question is, does it touch RC Kalimag? Our officials are checking. Again, this is just the first stop of our campus tour. We'll be in Ateneo de Manila University next week. So we take another look at it. Now, hopefully the officials have a better view of that one, as it looks like they are ready to make their decision. And the ball will go to San Beda University. That is a crucial turnover by Earl Abadam. With 2.9 seconds remaining in this ball game, they will need to foul quickly and hope for a miracle. Our officials are sorting out the clock situation here in the RC gym. 3 seconds remain in this game. So we're seeing Seven Gagate check in to hound the inbounder. A bit of confusion here on the substitutions. A double team on the inbounder. Nigel Gonzalez throws it up. Zedetule completes the touchdown, and he will get fouled and have a chance to put this ball game away for San Beda. What a pass from Nigel Gonzalez, one of the top passers in the NCAA and in the Philippines. A touchdown pass, intercepted perfectly. Nigel Gonzalez definitely playing a lot of football in his time. Look at that pass, just perfect. Picture perfect right there. You couldn't have asked for a better pass from your top point guard. And now Zed Etulia has a chance to put this ball game away with 2 free throws. Etulia will make the first. That's a 3-point lead for San Beda. So the question is, will he miss or go for the basket and put this away? Etulie makes both. That's a 4-point ball game. And Amos will have to throw this one up, but it won't matter. Oh, Mason Amos makes the half-court shot. But again, San Beda was up by 4. And San Beda will take home this win in a battle of champions. Congratulations to the San Beda Red Lions as they escape this weekend with a spotless 2-0 record. You know, we have to give credit where credit is due. DLSU played spectacularly in the second half, but at the end of the day, it was San Beda who came out on top. Of course, Mason Amos just throwing a half-court heave. That is why making those free throws are so important, so you don't take any chances. And Zed Etulia making the free throws when it mattered the most. You can see two friends, two former teammates, Dan Marcelo and Irish Kokia, in a great matchup here today. Again, this is just a preview of what is to come in the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. And San Beda, they take the win in this Battle of Champions. And they stay spotless 2-0 with your final score 77-76, going to the home team, the San Beda University Red Lions. Now, they just played spectacularly in this game, but for today, Earl Abadam will be rewarded with the Reyes Barbecue Rebounder of the game. He had 8 rebounds to his name. So Earl Abadam doing everything for DLSU. He is our rebounder of the game. Unfortunately, that effort was not enough as the San Beda Red Lions escape the UAAP champions, led by our player of the game, none other by the hot shot, Dan Marcelo. Today he had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists, coming up for when it mattered the most. Congratulations, Daniel Marcelo, and welcome to San Beda. And that is it for our opening weekend as San Beda takes the win in their debut. But for now, this has been Joshua D. And in behalf of our director, Abet Ramos, and all the amazing crew, we'd like to thank you all. And as we take a look at some of our highlights, DLSU and San Beda put on a show here in the RC Gym in San Beda University. And we are expecting a lot more of these types of games in the season to come. This is just the opening weekend of the NSAC. So for sure, we are going to be expecting a lot more great basketball from the young and future stars of Philippine basketball. San Beda escaping with clutch baskets, and at the end of the day, it was those timely plays that really sealed the deal for San Beda. Championship execution, if you will. Mason Amos trying his best with a hook shot and a half-court shot. Again, that was not enough. San Beda escapes with a win, and they will start Group D with a 2-0 record. Again, your final score for today, 77-76. San Beda winning by just 1 point against DLSU. And we've got a lot more games left to be played here in the NSAC. Again, this was just the first stop of our campus tour. Our next stop is the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagle Gym, where we have another quadruple header. And we got a ton of games. San Sebastian going against Perpetual, FEU and Letran, Adamson and LaSalle, and lastly Ateneo versus Benil. This is next Saturday, April 18, at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. But again, for now, this has been Joshua D. And in behalf of our director, Abet Ramos, and all the amazing crew that make this possible, this has been the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour.